So I'm here at CBC to do a interview to start the day, and we're about
thanks for coming in.
Okay, so anyways, today's the last day, and another campaign completed, and I'm just checking out some of the old stuff here. Actually, look at this from way back. They were doing the news 50 years ago up in the north. Yeah. CBC North. Here we are.
And increasing emphasis on expensive, hard-to-reach gas deposits. Grey Wolf shares were up 74 cents on Tuesday. The tainted tomato crisis in the United States is growing. A cancer patient in Texas died shortly after eating a tomato-based sauce contaminated by salmonella. More than 150 people have been treated for the bacteria, and at least 23 of them have been hospitalized. $50 million worth of tomatoes are rotting on the vines in Florida fields because of the recall by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Like yesterday, the FDA announced that it is expecting to lift its ban on the state's fruit. There have been no reports from the Canadian Produce Marketing Association.
The issue at this point that we want to move back to what U.S. media and will take consumer confidence with the Canadian marketplace. Have we seen letting pull product from their shelves? No, not at this point at retail level. And for food service, we see some in the basic food service operations that are made in the U.S. food operations here in Canada that made the decision to exclude tomatoes just to be on the safe from their program. But overall,
John Franklin died in his icebound ship, and goes to Francis Crozier. James Fitzjames became second in command. 14 others had already died, and the remainder were sick from eating tainted canned rations. Go to news time. It'll be Blue Dandy Boys. A Space Odyssey, Johann Strauss and Richard Strauss. It's 6:30, and with the CBC Regional News, here's Don Ostrom.
Good morning. Today is the day the Canadian government will apologize to survivors of the Indian residential school system. The apology is much anticipated, but it may also trigger painful memories and emotions for people. So a number of gatherings are being held to coordinate support. In Yellowknife, Indian and Northern Affairs Canada is hosting a gathering at the Tree of Peace Friendship Centre. It plans to air a live broadcast of Prime Minister Harper's speech. The Workers' Compensation Board was in court last week facing Yellowknife-based company Aurora Geosciences over his death. In the end, the Crown stayed the charges against the company. As Cheryl Kawaja reports, Paige's family wants to know why.
When we first learned about the stay of the charges, we were very angry.
Jeanette Chamberlain is Paget's mother. On the phone from her home in Quebec, she says after reflecting on the case, the family is disappointed, but mostly confused.
We never wanted to incriminate the company, but if it had a responsibility in the death of Jean-François, we didn't want the company to be absolved that easily.
The Compensation Board claimed Aurora Geoscience failed to properly train or equip Paget for his job, something the company denies. On the first day of the trial last week, the Crown stayed the charges because of new information. Chamberlain says she's had a call from the Crown explaining this, but she says she was told the information is secret.
We don't understand how a technical irregularity, which is what they called it, can cancel a trial.
Chamberlain says now that the court proceedings are over, she's been told the family will have access to official reports of the accident. She says until now, they haven't had access to them. Chamberlain says the family will start...
Heads up, here we go.
...and then decide if they will proceed with further action. Cheryl Kawaja, CBC News, Whitehorse.
So where are you from, George?
And that is
Toronto.
CBC Regional
Yep.
News for 6:30, Randy.
Thank you very much, Don. It is 24 before 7. You're listening to the Trailbreaker on your Wednesday, June 11th. And in a few minutes, we're going to hear about one man's journey across the country to raise awareness about organ donation. And we'll talk to George Marcello in just a few minutes. But first, a look at the weather. And in Fort Chip in the Park, mainly cloudy today. Chance of showers, a risk of a thunderstorm, the high 22 degrees. Fort Smith, clearing skies, the high 23. Lutzel Cay, mainly sunny, the high 17. Fort Resolution, clearing skies, the high 20. Sunny in Hay River and Enterprise, the high 18. Fort Providence and Kikiza, sunny, the high 22. And in Fort Simpson and Jean Marie, sunny this morning, cloudy this afternoon, and a chance of a shower, and your high 23. Fort Liard, Nahanni Butte, Trout Lake, mainly cloudy, chance of showers, the high 21. Yellowknife, Wikwiti, Wati, Gamity, and Betchocon, sunny today, the high 19. In Wrigley, it'll be mainly sunny, a risk of a thunderstorm, and a high of 21. Norman Wells, Toledo, Fort Good Hope, cloudy, showers this morning, clearing near noon, the high 21. Delaunay, Colville Lake, mainly cloudy, chance of showers, the high 14. In Fort McPherson, Sigay, Chickaclavic, and Inuvik, it'll be sunny, the high 17. Tuktoyaktuk, Paulatuk, sunny today, the high 10. Sax Harbor, clearing near noon, the high 9. Sunny in Ulahaktuk, and a high of 9. Koluktuk, a few clouds today, the high 6. And in Cambridge Bay, it'll be cloudy with a high of 1. Right now, it's -1 under cloudy skies in Cambridge. You have a north wind, 18, gusting to 28. Koluktuk, -1. Ulahaktuk, 5. Sax Harbor, 7. And in Paulatuk, it's 3. Tuktoyaktuk, 1 degree. 9 in Old Crow with a northeast wind gusting to 30. Sunny in Inuvik, and 3. On Colville Lake is 9. 11 in Fort Good Hope. Delaunay, 6. Cloudy in the Wells, it's 11. Ekati, cloudy, and 5. Sunny in Yellowknife, and 11. Gamity and Wati, 10. Fort Liard, 8. Trout Lake, 3. Fort Providence, 5. Fort Simpson, partly cloudy, and 8. Hay River, sunny, and 12. Lutzel Cay, 11. In Fort Smith, 12. And in Fort Chipewyan, sunny and 12 degrees. Here's the marine weather for this Wednesday morning. For Great Slave Lake, the North Arm, northwest winds 10 knots, diminishing to light early this evening. For Great Slave Lake East Arm, west winds at 10 knots, strengthening to west 15 this evening, diminishing to north 10 near midnight. And for the basin of Great Slave Lake, northwest winds 10 knots, becoming southeast 10 near midnight. Lake Athabasca, light winds. Mackenzie River, 0, mile 0 to Fort Simpson, light winds becoming southeast 10 knots near midnight. And from Simpson to Toledo, light winds. Toledo at a point separation, northwest winds at 10 knots. And point separation to Kitagazuit Bay, northeast winds at 10 knots. 21 before 7, and checking sports. One NHL coach is out of work. One recently fired coach is back on his feet. And another coach is getting 3 more years of security.